73% of small businesses mess up their 1099s. Are you making the same mistake that costs businesses thousands each year? Hey everyone, Arjun here, CEO and founder of doula.com. And whether you're a business paying contractors or a freelancer receiving 1099s, getting these forms wrong can cost you big. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to handle 1099 tax forms without the stress, penalties, or confusion. Let's dive in. First, what is a 1099 tax form? A 1099 is basically a receipt that says, hey, money changed hands here. That's the simplest way to think about it. If you paid someone $600 or more for services, not as an employee, you need to report it. If you're a freelancer who earned that money, you need to know what to do with the form you receive. Now, there are over 20 types, but here are the ones that matter most. 1099-NEC, this is for freelancer payments, your main focus as a business. 1099-K, this is for PayPal/Stripe earnings over $20,000 and 200 plus transactions. 1099-MISC, M-I-S-C, rent payments or prizes over 600. 1099-INT/DIV, this is for bank interest or investment earnings. And a quick business tip, you need to issue 1099-NEC for freelancers paid $600 plus. However, you don't need to issue 1099s for corporations, C Corp or S Corp, employees, they get a W-2, PayPal/credit card payments, those get a 1099-K instead, physical goods purchases, non-US contractors with W-8BEN forms. Now, who needs 1099 forms? For businesses, you issue a 1099-NEC if you paid a freelancer, contractor, or service provider $600 or more for work like design, consulting, or marketing. For freelancers, you receive a 1099-NEC from clients who paid you $600 during the year. You'll also get other 1099s for things like PayPal earnings, 1099-K, or bank interest, that's 1099-INT. Let's go through a step-by-step how to fill out Form 1099-NEC for businesses. Step 1, gather your information. Before you start, you're going to need your business details, that's your name, address, EIN, or SSN, the contractor's W-9 form with their tax ID, total payments made to them, cash, check, or bank transfer only, exclude PayPal, Venmo, or credit cards as these generate 1099-K forms instead. Step 2 is to fill out payer information, that's you. So in the top left section, you'll see the payer's name, just your business name, the address, which is your mailing address, your phone, which is your contact number, and then the TIN or your taxpayer identification number, which is your EIN, your employee identification number, or your SSN, your social security number. Step 3 is to fill out recipient information, the contractor. On the right side, the recipient's TIN goes here from their W-9 form, that's the taxpayer identification number, their name, that's the exact name from the W-9, and then the address, that's also from the W-9. Step 4 is to enter payment details. Box 1, non-employee compensation, is where you enter the total you paid them, like $900 for a designer. Boxes 2 through 3, you can leave blank. These aren't used. Box 4, this is federal income. Tax withheld is if you withheld backup tax, enter it here. But when do you withhold? If the contractor didn't provide a W-9 or gave incorrect tax ID info, you must withhold 24% backup tax from their payments. Step 5, state information if required. Boxes 5 through 7 only fill if your state requires state tax withholding. Most don't need this. Let's talk about state requirements. Copy 1, send to the state tax department. Copy 2, give to a contractor for their state filing. Below box 7, there's a section to add an account number. Use this only if you're issuing multiple 1099s to the same contractor under different accounts. You need to track these internally for your business records. Otherwise, you can skip it. Step 6, distribute the forms. Keep in mind, you can't just print forms from the IRS website for mailing. Copy A, send it to the IRS. If mailing, you must use official red ink scannable forms ordered from the IRS or office supply stores. If e-filing, you must use a platform. Like Doula, no special form is needed. And I say you must use, we recommend you use a platform like Doula. Copy B, send to the contractor. Copy C, keep for your records for 3+ years. This is a legal requirement, store it somewhere. Form 1096 is required if mailing multiple 1099s. That's the summary form, which is not needed for e-filing. The deadline for this, January 31st for everything. So what do you do if you're a freelancer receiving a 1099? Step 1 is check for accuracy. Make sure to compare the 1099 amount to your records, and if it's wrong, contact the client immediately. Step 2 is to gather all your 1099s. You might receive multiple forms, 1099-NEC from clients who paid you $600 plus, 1099-K from PayPal/Stripe if you process $20,000 plus and 200 plus transactions, 1099-MISC for other income like prizes or rent. Step 3, report on your tax return. Include all 1099 income on your tax return even if you didn't receive a form. The IRS gets copies too, so they'll know if you skip it. Step 4, what if you don't get a 1099? If a client paid you $600 but still didn't send you a 1099, you still must report the income. Keep your own records as backup. Now let's go through some common mistakes to avoid while filling out 1099 forms. Missing the January 31st deadline, there's a $60 plus penalty per form. There's the wrong tax ID number, which flags the IRS. There's including PayPal payments. Again, those get 1099-K, not 1099-NEC. There's using the wrong forms, so 1099-MISC versus 1099-NEC, and then forgetting state requirements. And I also do want to quickly explain what these mistakes will cost you. So mistake 1 is if you miss the Jan 31st deadline, you have to then send copy A to the IRS and copy B to the recipient by January 31st every year, no exceptions. And no, the IRS does not give you a grace period. If you're mailing your forms, delays at the post office don't count. What matters is that your form is postmarked or e-filed on or before January 31st. And if you miss the deadline, you're looking at penalties that start at $60 per form and climb the longer you wait. So don't miss this deadline. Mistake 2 is wrong tax ID numbers. This might be the most common and expensive mistake. The IRS uses this number to match your 1099 with the contractor's tax return. If it's wrong or even formatted incorrectly, your form could get rejected or flagged. To avoid this, always collect a Form W-9 before paying anyone. W-9 gives you the correct name and taxpayer identification number, so you're not scrambling during tax season or guessing off an old invoice. Mistake 3 is using the wrong form. The two most common forms people mix up are Form 1099-NEC and Form 1099-MISC. Here's the rule of thumb to avoid such confusion. Use 1099-NEC if you're paying freelancers or contractors for services. Use 1099-MISC if you're reporting rent, legal settlements, or royalties. Mixing these up can lead to IRS rejections, your contractor filing incorrect returns, and unnecessary back and forth to correct it. Mistake 4, sending the wrong copy to the wrong place. 1099s come with multiple copies, and yes, they matter. Copy A goes to the IRS, copy B goes to the contractor, copy C is for your records. Copy 1 and copy 2 may be required for state filing. Mix those up, and you're looking at potential compliance issues, especially if your business is audited. And mistake number 5 is misunderstanding the $600 rule. Many founders think if I paid under $600, I don't need to file anything. And while that's true for sending a 1099, it does not mean that your income isn't taxable. So the two key takeaways are 1, if you're a contractor and didn't receive a 1099 because the client paid you less than $600, you still have to report that income. And number 2, if you're a business owner intentionally splitting payments to stay under the $600 threshold, the IRS notices patterns. So that's not a loophole, it's a red flag. Mistake 6, forgetting or ignoring state filing requirements. Even if you're filing federally, some U.S. states have their own 1099 reporting rules. Whether or not you're on the hook depends on where your business is located and where your contractor lives. Now, not all e-filing platforms automatically handle state filings, so double check your state's requirements or use a platform like Doula that can help you stay compliant across the board. And lastly, let me give you a quick checklist before filing. Once you've filled out your 1099s and are ready to hit submit, take a minute and just make sure that your filings are actually ready. So here's a quick checklist to simplify it for you. Do you get a W-9 from a contractor? Does the tax ID match exactly? Is payment $600 or more? Are you using 1099-NEC, not MISC? Have you filed by January 31st? Are you keeping records for 3+ years? And let's go through this list step by step. Step 1, did you get a W-9 from a contractor? Again, the W-9 gives you their legal name and taxpayer identification number, or TIN, which you'll need for the 1099. Step 2, does the tax ID match exactly? Double check that the TIN and name on the 1099 match exactly what's going on with the W-9. One wrong digit or misspelled name could get your form rejected by the IRS or result in a backup withholding notice. Step 3, did you pay $600 or more? If yes, you're likely required to file a 1099 for them. If it's under $600, you may not have to file, but remember, all income is still taxable. Step 4, are you using 1099-NEC, not MISC? Are you using Form 1099-NEC for contractor payments or 1099-MISC for things like rent or royalties? Maybe even 1099-K if you're a platform sending out payments. Using the wrong form could trigger delays or even IRS penalties. Step 5, have you filed by January 31st? To be more precise, have you filed copy A with the IRS by January 31st and sent copy B to the contractor by January 31st? Penalties for missing copy A can start at $60 per form and increase the later you file. Delaying or missing copy B impacts your contractors as they also need to file by January 31st. Step 6, did you check your state's 1099 filing rules? Some states have their own 1099 filing requirements. Depending on where your business and the contractor are located, you might need to file state copies too. Not all e-filing platforms do this automatically, so check your state's rules. Step 7, are you keeping your records for 3+ years? That includes your 1099s, W-9s, proof of payments, and correspondence. If the IRS comes knocking, this is your first line of defense. If you just nodded along to all 8 of these checkpoints, fantastic, you're on track for a stress-free 1099 tax season. And if not, don't worry. That's exactly what we're here for. And this is how Doula simplifies 1099s. Look, 1099s seem simple, but they have tricky rules. One wrong number can trigger penalties or audits, and that's where Doula comes in, because our tax team can help handle these things: forms, filing, accuracy checks, and deadlines. We'll actually work with businesses and freelancers to help keep you penalty-free. So don't let 1099 mistakes cost you money or stress. Whether you're issuing them or receiving them, now you know exactly what to do. That is a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more tax tips, and you can drop any questions below. Our team is here to answer everything. And if you're ready to file 1099s or need help with your business taxes, head down below, check out doula.com. You can schedule a free demo to understand our Business in a Box platform. We'll help you handle the paperwork so you can focus on growing your business. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.